So Julian and Christine, right? Christine worried about her PO. I guess her PO not answering the phone, and she need to report. So they gonna pop up at the office just to CYA. And Christine did ask Julian like, "What's the CYA?" Which I was thinking, what is CYA? Cover yo. So I'm like, okay, I need to start using that CYA. Anyways, so she go in there. The PO's not there, but the receptionist gives her the PO cell number and the office number, and she calls. So she's like, well, they can't say that I didn't report and try to like lock me up because CYA. So then they go get something to eat. Julian like, okay, that's done, let's go get something to eat and relax. So they're walking, like, I think they're going to like a seafood restaurant because they're like pierside, you know what I mean, walking. And then Christine grabs the audacity that she has, I don't know where she grabbed it from, but and tells him that she's basically they were having a conversation, and she was saying how she's upset that she doesn't have the lawyer for her son in Arizona or wherever she was just got out from. And then he started telling us how he got a lawyer for her twins already that are in Ohio so that she can see them, and he just moved her there, and he got his own kids, and he done spent like too much already, so they can't afford to get a second lawyer right now, you know what I mean? Then she get on there and tell us how she's upset because she feels like with his ex-wife, they went on these trips all around the world and his kids go to private school, but getting two lawyers for her is too much to ask for somebody that's getting out of jail. And I'm like, yeah, it is, because keyword is divorced. So when he got divorced, I'm sure that he had to give his ex-wife some money. Keyword meaning he ain't got all the money that he used to have. And then with his kids going to private school, you know what that is? That's money. Keyword meaning he ain't got all the money that he used to have. And then he's spending money already on one of your lawyers, who he said, he got on there and told us that the family retain a lawyer. You have to put down $5,000 basically to retain a family lawyer up front. So he's spending money left and right, and he like telling her that, you know, if she get a job, another income would help them out, no matter how small of an income. Any type of income would help them out. But she gets upset with him, basically talking about who's gonna hire a felon. And I'm like, if y'all could go pull up that list online, it's like a whole like 300 companies or something like that be hiring felons. So the fact that she out here trying to gaslight him like he's supposed to just take care of all her woes. And then she was like, it takes 2 months to get to see him, so now I'm gonna have to go even more time without seeing my son, even many more months. And I'm like, girl, you just pulled up to the son's house and could have knocked on the door, for one, and tried, I guess, but then I guess you can't. But then two, you've been in jail in a way, like how long? So a couple more months ain't gonna hurt. And three, if you really wanted to see your son and you was really about that life, you would get a job to work to go see your child. Like a lot of women out here, instead of pinning off the responsibility on this man and trying to gaslight him when he's only helping you. And then she gonna try to say he acting different from when he was in jail. And I'm like, I bet 9 times out of 10 you're acting different as well, because you wouldn't be talking to him crazy like this while he out here trying to buy you lunch after driving you around your PO, moving you across states, paying for all. Girl, one thing this girl Christina grabbed is the audacity. And I'm like, she need to put it back. She need to put it back, because it was getting me a little mad. I'm like, where did you grab that from? Like, what happened? Then they went over to Shanta and True, and Shanta opened the door, and True was in there trying to make her breakfast, the steak omelets, and they showing Shanta belly, and I was like, she like really showing. Like, I'm like, girl, Shanta really pregnant, girl? Like, I thought she was just like trying to get her man back. Like, sometimes these girls be like so delusional, they be trying to make up lies and stuff like that. Not that I wanted to put that on Shanta like that or nothing like that, but then, you know, the way she was like crashing out, you know, you was like, maybe she'll do anything, you know, you never know, you can't never put nothing past nobody. So my apologies, but it looked like she's really pregnant. And I'm like, my mouth was like, when they walked in the kitchen, when they was at the door, I'm like, okay. The dog looked like it wanted to be picked up. He wanted to give her a hug. She like, no. I'm like, well, y'all need to get the dog, because the dog wants some love. But anyways, then while they in the kitchen, they get to talking about basically how he's sorry, and how you know, he trying to get back in there. And she asked him if he was talking to other people while they wasn't together, and he was honest. I mean, he said yeah. So she got mad. I'm like, girl, how you get mad? Like, at least he coming there, he being honest, like y'all wasn't together. Like, I know you and your feelings, and you're pregnant, so you is hormonal. So I mean, I guess I get it, but I mean, y'all wasn't together, and you knew that this was what he was gonna do. But True seeming like he really feeling bad, and it was just the get out of jail high that he was on, and how he really wants Shanta, and he really want to be there for his babies. So I'm like, okay, I hope this is real. Like, I hope this is real for Shanta's sake. You know what I mean? Like, I hope they stay together, work it out. Like, I hope he mature, grow up, take care of the family. I want to see the babies. Like, I hope it all goes good. I really, really, really do. And Shanta was actually standing up for herself a little bit, so he cooked her a little omelet, brought it in there, and she hated it. She was like, never cook for me again. Like, and this is supposed to be your specialty? Like, please no. Like, don't go near the kitchen at all. And so then he's like, he gonna stay the night there. So she was like, well, you can sleep here, and I hope you know that one meal does not mean that we're like back together. And he does apologize to her for like talking to other females while they weren't together, while she was probably pregnant, just sitting there thinking about him. So I'm like, that's mature of him. But she still tell him, you can stay here tonight, but you're sleeping on the couch, and you cooked and made this mess, so you're gonna clean it up. And then he just sitting there looking like, damn. So they just come back with Letitia and Keith, and Letitia decides she's gonna go to another lawyer to try to look at everything and help her out, cause she's trying to get her man out of jail. And I'm like, okay, girl, yes, like fight for your husband. And so she goes to this other lawyer, and he looking over all the documents, and basically he was like, who wrote up these documents, which was the lawyer Ben that she paid, which I was wondering because it didn't make sense. So I guess they paid Ben to write up these documents, and then the court assigned him a public defender, but the public defender, per what the lawyer that she's going to right now is telling her, from what I'm understanding, is the Ben guy who used to be an inmate wrote up these papers basically saying that the law changed, but really the policy for that department changed, not the law. So it doesn't apply. So that's why the public defender withdrew from the case. But the lawyer was telling her basically, and he was trying to sell her a false dream and get her hopes up basically. And I'm like, dang. And he doesn't. And then the lawyer was saying how he doesn't feel like an ex-inmate should be able to file motions and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like that's true, sir, because not everybody that goes to the jail is rightfully should be there. And some people that go there can develop and heal and change and evolve and be new people. So just because this person chose to get out and be on bulls doesn't represent for everybody. You know what I mean? I hate when people put everybody under one, because it's just like, yeah, but if you see the lives of these people, like, they really need therapy. They really be needing therapy and help. Like, but as you see with Christine, people be throwing people under the bus, and I guess the lawyer was just one of those people. But yeah. Side note: Life After Lockup is coming back with like teeny. Like, I'm so excited. October 4th, we will be watching. But yeah, that's it for now.